This is News You Can Use.
Seasons. Just like the weather changes in different seasons, well, seasons change in business as well. And the best service professionals, they recognize the change in season and they communicate in an educational way those changes to all those that they serve so that the best outcomes can take place. The 2020-2021 season for sellers of homes in America, well, it was a hot and humid summer season. Prices increased at rates that we have never seen. In fact, average increases over the last 50 years for sellers have been about 4% per year. Well, in the last 2 years, we've seen price appreciation of around 20% each year, 40% plus combined appreciation over the last 2 years. Well, there's an old saying that what goes up, it must come down. And indeed, prices to sellers are now beginning to come down. The record hot summer season for sellers is quickly turning to winter without autumn. But we are certainly expecting a fall. Why? There are two main reasons. 2 years of record price increases, well, that created an inflated home value marketplace a bit. The market is correcting for that rapid increase that has never happened historically. And perhaps the second reason, the bigger reason, is the fastest increase in interest rates ever recorded. Well, when you combine those two, affordability for buyers, and we do need buyers to sell homes, has reached an all-time low. It's winter for buyers. And for many, well, it's a cold winter. Many potential buyers for your listing, they're simply sheltering in place and waiting for warmer weather, lower rates, and lower prices. So what could you do as a listing agent for your seller? What can you do as a seller? Well, you should do what's best to prepare as a seller to accomplish your objectives, which is to sell your home with the best possible outcome right now. And we've identified a successful strategy that's working to attract buyers and to overcome buyers' biggest objections, which is month-to-month affordability to buy your home. So here's what we do. First, meet buyers where they are with a financial structure that tells prospective buyers that you understand what's going on and that you're willing to help. Offer to pay up to 6% in seller paid points to prospective buyers and offer to use those points to buy the buyer's rate lower instead of simply reducing your sales price. Reducing your sales price often only marginally impacts affordability for buyers, while paying down the interest rate, buying it down, has an immediate impact on buyers' abilities to afford your home, their new home, without waiting for the market to reduce interest rates. That's a win-win. Start with Supreme. Here are the details. If the sales price, list price for your home is $400,000, the 6% contribution will cost you as a seller $24,000. But the financing offer that you'll make is necessary to maximize traffic on your listing. And then let the negotiations begin. Let's talk about an example. $400,000 sales price reduced to $376,000, just dropping the price. That will only reduce a buyer's payment by $159 a month at a 7%, roughly right, today's rate, interest rate. But when that same amount of seller contribution from you is applied to buying down the interest rate for a prospective buyer, the $400,000 sales price will reduce the buyer's payment, get this, $514 each and every month. That speaks to a buyer. When you start with Supreme, we have an array of products to creatively structure the loan for your buyers, utilizing our 2-1 buy down program with an extra incentive today of a new 2-step program that allows for your buyers to finance now based on your seller contribution at 2 points below the market, and then enjoy a no Supreme cost refinance when rates normalize, which is expected next year. Call a Supreme Loan Officer today and get the specific numbers for your listing and for your seller to help make sure that in today's market, you give your seller and your listing the best chance possible to meet and to succeed with buyers. Then both your seller and the property buyer will both have achieved their goals during this relatively cold season, and they'll both enjoy the industry's best experience because they started with Supreme. Our average application to closing average is 19 days. The industry is 50 days. And last month, we closed 46% of all of our transactions in 15 days or less. Maybe that's what your buyer and your seller need to complete their contract. Oh, and our close on time rate, which is really, really important so that your seller gets paid on time. You get paid on time as a listing agent. The buyer gets to move on time. The buyer's agent gets paid on time. Everybody wins. We're 99.5% of the time, we deliver the money on time at Supreme. That's why you should start at Supreme. The industry's average, less than 75%. Finally, we all want to build raving fans for the future. Our world-class experience at Supreme has earned us a top box customer satisfaction rate of 98%. The industry, 52%. That's hashtag best. And that's why you should hashtag start with Supreme. When you do start with Supreme, everyone wins. You do, your sellers, buyers, everyone. And that's news you can use.